Hey, welcome back to another episode, an exciting episode of Saucy Football Breakdown with me, your host, Michael. Now, today, I've got some groundbreaking news to discuss. Lionel Messi, obviously, you know him by stature, by legendary name, by that left foot. He is making the biggest move that we've all been talking about for a really long time. And that move is going to change the landscape of American soccer as we know it today. But before I dive into the real details of that move, I want to take a quick moment and thank you for listening to this podcast, for pressing play on this podcast to check me out and hear what I have to say. It's you who really makes this possible, and I can't thank you enough. Now let's get started. Lionel Messi, 7-time Ballon d'Or winner, is set to join Inter Miami. We all know this was coming. In June, Messi confirmed his decision to leave PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, and play his club football outside of Europe for the first time in his history. And now, new Inter Miami head coach Tata Martino has shed light on what Messi's intentions are in the MLS. Tata, who previously coached Messi at Barcelona and on the Argentina national team, he talked about how excited he was about the upcoming challenge to coach Messi in the MLS. And speaking at his first press conference as Inter Miami's head coach, Martino emphasized the competitive spirit that both Messi and his former Barcelona teammate, Sergio Busquets, will bring to the club. They said that nobody's coming here, I'm off, but to mail it in. And I personally, I believe that when I see it. I don't think that Messi's coming here to slouch, but we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. But he went on to say, for those of us, and this is a direct quote here, for those of us who are accustomed to competing on a daily basis, we can be in different places, and how we live at our careers or live out our careers doesn't change. When we spoke to Leo, and yesterday I spoke with Sergio, we spoke about coming here to have success, to compete, and to compete well. Often, people put the United States, Miami, and vacation together, but it's not like that. We want to compete. They're not coming. Coming. And, I would say they're probably some heavy favorites to make the playoffs at least and make some real noise in those playoffs. But I don't know what the total squad is going to look like. Tactically, I don't know what they're doing. I know they got the ghost of Joseph Martinez, and they got Messi, and they got Busquets, and I think that's all of their roster that I know off the top of my head. So we'll just have to see. Now, while Messi can't officially join Inter Miami until after July 1st, which is tomorrow, once his PSG contract expires, the terms of his agreement with the club have been settled. So I think it's like the highest athlete in the history of professional American sports. That's how he'll be paid, like $55 million a year or something like that. The paperwork with the MLS is still being finalized, and Inter Miami's sporting director, Chris Henderson, wanted to provide some more insights into the timeline for Messi's debut. So here's a quote from Chris Henderson. And he said, the terms are agreed, but those are going to top to finish, but we hope that there's a time in mid to late July that is going to be ready to go. But that's just going to be up to how he finishes all the paperwork. End of quote. Now, my personal opinion is I read something about a month or so ago that said Miami was looking to have a start date of July 24th. And so according to this is right around that time, if you ask me. Messi's arrival, in MLS is undoubtedly a game changer. Duh. Like, this is one of the biggest stars. No, not one of. This is like top two biggest stars in world soccer. And he's coming to America as the most high profile acquisition in the history of this league, without question. His presence will have a significant impact on Inter Miami, the MLS, and American soccer as a whole. And you can bet that. The excitement surrounding this move is palpable, and not just with even NBA and NFL players are even talking about just how big a darn deal this is. And as far as the impact on American soccer, as far as USMNT type stuff, I won't get truly excited until Messi announces that his wife is pregnant while he's playing in Miami, because then we got a kid who could possibly put on a USMNT jersey in 14, 15 years and have the name Messi on the back. So that'll be huge. But time will tell. Now, Martino is confident that the United States will seize this opportunity to grow and evolve further. And I think you can bet that, Jack. He also believes that Messi's decision to play in the MLS will open up a new frontier for the league, contributing to its overall involvement and improvement. And there's also no doubt about that. Here's a quote from Tata. He said, "The entire country is talking." The U.S. is not a country that will take advantage of that opportunity. Make better. What do you think? I would love to hear your opinion on what you. Major League Soccer fans, but it's historic for sports in this country. So stay tuned for more updates on the paperwork process and Messi's official debut in the meantime. And that is going to do it for today's show. I want to thank you again for pressing play and listening to me talk. Do me a favor if you can. Rate the show on any podcast platform that you're listening to me on right now. Please also, I'll leave a link in the show notes to Podchaser and leave a review there. It'll take less than 2 or 3 minutes of your time, and the amount that it will help me out is bigger than you will ever know. So thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. I greatly appreciate you, and you have a good one. Later.